do what you gotta do, Imani, but don't fucking talk to Harrison. Just kidding. No, I'm not.
Do the dish.
She's never done a dish.
Back.
She be fucking! She be fucking!
It's the audacity for me. She took somebody else's partner and now she doesn't want anyone speaking to him. Well, you need to call Anna since she's gone home and ask her what happened the last time she took somebody else's partner. And it's the ganging up of people on Destiny that I don't like. I really don't like it. The fact that they keep making these remarks behind her back. People like Carmen, who she saved from going home. People like Emily, who stole her partner and are now encouraging her current partner to kiss someone who's a bombshell just because they know that there was commotion between the bombshell and Destiny. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that they're exaggerating the commotion between Destiny and Imani. There's actually a clip of Destiny and Imani laughing in the kitchen. So I don't know where we're getting this sort of like, suddenly Destiny is now the bully. And besides, Destiny is not the first person to refuse to allow their partner to speak to somebody else mid-conversation. That's just reasonable and respectful. We need to have boundaries, and this is something she's good at. But anyway, I digress. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's your girl Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. So the islanders are busy speculating who's most likely going to want to get to know the bombshell and how the dates are going, and how Berg is going on his date, and them hoping that it does make an impression, it does create a connection with Imani. On the other side of the villa, you have Harrison, Emily, Carmen, and Kenzo sort of talking about the girls and who they think between sort of KK and Destiny is going to get along with Mike. And personally, I don't know why the girls are really interested. They're not Destiny's biggest fans. Carmen has never said anything that I think to be very positive about Destiny behind her back. Yet Destiny is the one who saved her, and yet through her face she pretends to be Destiny's friend. And so I think Harrison is feeling some type of way. Because yes, he does nod in agreement that Destiny is going to try and sort of pursue a connection with the new guy. But I don't know what there's something there. Maybe the more I see of the episodes, I will get a better impression of what's going on. KK and Bergie come back from the dates. They're very excited, and KK wants to speak to Keenan before she speaks to anybody else. And it's like, why? Why give him all the attention? He hasn't treated you the greatest. So why are you giving him any sort of respect or any sort of encouragement when he has not been the best partner to you, given the fact that you've been physically intimate, you've gone to the hideaway, and he's still talking about getting to know other people. Bergie then goes and speaks to everybody else while KK and Keenan are talking, and he is very impressed by Imani. He tells everybody about Imani, the fact that, you know, she's studying to possibly be a doctor, she works with the elderly, she used to be a dancer, and he tells them she's stunning. And everybody's back is up because they're now worried. The girls are worried that she's going to turn their boys' heads, and the guys are worried that they're going to get their heads turned. Obviously, when the girls go to sit down with KK, Keenan lets the boys know that, you know, he's happy that KK has the opportunity to explore another connection. He is still open, but he's not just going to fully dive in. He's going to wait and try and still explore at the same rate that he's been exploring connections with other people. And for me, it's like, Keenan, nobody else wants you but KK. Sit your bum down and focus on your connection with KK. If you do not want KK, tell her you do not want her and leave the villa. Don't continue to waste this woman's time and sort of butter her up and make her feel like you really like her, and then be behind her back, you're still talking about exploring connections with any single thing that walks through the villa. Anything that's female, you're exploring a connection, whether there is one or not. If you do find, I have a feeling if he finds a woman that will pick him, if Imani picks him, he's going to leave KK in the dust. He's just waiting for someone to pick him. Because he's been trying too hard to explore connections. And then on the dates, you have Leo and Imani. Leo seems interested, but I don't think he's interested enough to have his head turned. I don't think so. Destiny is speaking to Mike, and she's telling Mike, you know, I've been in a couple of couplings. Some of them have not been very genuine. And it's like, I don't think so. I think Marco was childish. He kissed her before he told her he was still open to getting to know her. I think when he got in bed, after kissing her, he expected her to be all touchy-feely. And when she wasn't touchy-feely, that's when he realized that, nah, I want someone who's touchy-feely, so I'm out. That's how he checked out. Harrison was fully invested in Destiny because from what we've seen with him and Emily, he hasn't really been sort of like the way he was with Destiny. With Destiny, he was more like a boyfriend, more or less. He made sure all her needs were met. And I think with Destiny, what happened is um when they recoupled, I forgot to say this yesterday. I think when they recoupled, he didn't expect things to move as fast as they did with Emily, and this is why he had said he wanted to respect Destiny. And whatever happened in their bed that led up to the kissing, and whatever happened in their bed that led up to the boner, and then whatever happened in their bed that led up to the touchy touchy. I think this is why he couldn't face Destiny because of that. And the longer it took him to try and sort of sort out what's going on with him and try and talk to her, it was too late because Destiny checked out. And so I don't think he was ingenuine. I think he was just open to getting to know people and open to exploring this connection with Emily to see how far it goes. And I think he was waiting for a time to come back to Destiny. But then the way Destiny and Jonah were moving, I think, is what sort of had his back up. And so to say he wasn't genuine, I don't think so. I think the person who's not been genuine of all of Destiny's three couples is Jonah. Jonah came in with a mission. Jonah came in having studied Destiny. Jonah came in knowing what Destiny likes and what Destiny doesn't like. And so he's gone in wanting to change all the things that Marco and Harrison didn't get right and pretend to be the best guy he can. Because why is he constantly bringing them up in conversations with Destiny? Why is he constantly wanting to run at a pace similar to everybody else? He is the one who's ingenuine. But anyway, that's just me. KK has a conversation with the girls and she's talking about, Mike and how good looking he is and how he lives close to them and that sort of thing. And it's like, I don't know. I don't think KK is going to pursue anything with him. I don't think KK is. I don't think KK is interested in anyone else but Kenan. But Kenan is not it for her because Kenan is telling the guys that he's still open to getting to know whoever the bombshell is. And it's like, why? Why? So the bombshells arrive back at the villa with Leo and Destiny. And Destiny and Leo are both very welcoming, and everyone seems to be welcoming to the bombshells. And so they are open to see what's going to take place. And I'm surprised that Marco is like, oh, they look like they're going to blow things up. He doesn't seem interested in it. I'm like, oh, are you really that set on Hannah that you're not going to have your head turned? Make it make sense. And then the audacity for me. Emily came in as a bombshell. She stole Harrison from Destiny. And now she has the gall to say, oh, well, Imani better keep away from Harrison. If Harrison wants to talk to Imani, he's welcome to speak to Imani, and there is nothing you can do about it. Ask Anna. Anna stole Leo, and Leo went back home. When Harrison is ready to go home, if Destiny opens the door, he will step in. He is with you because Destiny shut the door. Don't get that twisted. As soon as she opens the door, I wouldn't be surprised if he walks back in. Because I really haven't seen their connection. I haven't really seen them be intimate. I know she's walking around with what appears to be Harrison's jacket, but I haven't seen him all touchy-feely the way he used to be with Destiny. I haven't seen him be as attentive as he used to be with Destiny. So her threat shouldn't be Imani. Her threat should be, why is he not behaving the way he was behaving with Destiny with me? If he likes me more than Destiny, he should actually be doing way more. And him using his body to warm Destiny up and giving you his coat, to me, tells me he's being a bit distant with you, but that's just me. Hey. Anyway, so the girls are talking with Imani, sort of trying to gauge who she liked and who she didn't like and how she felt her dates went. And she's very vague, which she has the right to be very vague, because if she lets everybody know, then they're going to have their backs up. This is why Emily ended up picking Harrison, because KK threw a fit about Kenan when Emily was trying to pull Kenan for a chat. So I commend Imani for keeping her cards close to her chest. Who do I think she's interested in? I don't know. I really don't know. I think if she does settle with someone, she will just because. Otherwise, I don't know who she will. Maybe Harrison, if she didn't want the stress of having to deal with Emily and possibly Destiny, even though Destiny's moved on. I don't know. And then you have Mike sort of speaking to the guys and asking, who are you coupled with? And when he's first asked about the dates and how they went and stuff, they pan to Harrison. The producers know what they're doing. We as a viewer don't know what's going on in the villa because they only give us a story that they're set on. He must be doing something. or he must be saying something that makes them feel that he's still interested in Destiny. Because when Mike was talking about, oh, both girls are beautiful, they are very intelligent, you could see they panned to him, and his face, he had some type of face, but he's got a very good poker face, so you can't read exactly what he's thinking. But he must be thinking something, because why do the producers keep panning to him? When they were talking about the dates with the other three islanders, they panned to Harrison. Now it's in a group, they're talking about Destiny and KK and Mike. They're panning to Harrison. There must be something there that we as viewers don't see. And he says he's open to getting to know anyone. Keenan sort of tried to lay down the law, and I don't know why. When he hasn't been the most faithful to KK, he's actually told the guys well that he's open to getting to know Imani, so I don't know why he felt the need to lay the law. So Leo has a catch up with Cassie after his date, and he's telling her about how his date went, and he says, yeah, he's interested in getting to know her, but at the moment, Cassie still is number one. He's not saying that he's now closed off. He's not saying that he's fully open to let Imani come in, but he still wants to get to know her. He wants to get to sort of dive in deeper with her. And Cassie's like, as long as we always communicate, that's the important bit. I think given their history with Anna, it's important that they let each other know how they feel. If they feel they want to know somebody else, it's important. And this is something that they've both learned, and hopefully they'll use that wisely. And then Jonah pulls Destiny for a chat, and is sort of saying to her, how did your date go? And Destiny was very vague. And I give it to her to be vague because her history with the guys in the villa hasn't been amazing. So there's no reason why she should open herself up, because Jonah wants to be the one that dumps Destiny. He doesn't want to be dumped by Destiny. He doesn't want to be the first guy that she dumps, because Destiny didn't. Well, she broke up with she sort of broke up, or she iced off Marco, but with Harrison, she broke up with him after the fact, after somebody had stolen him. So I think he wants to continue on that trend of being the one that is, stolen, and then but they break up with Destiny, or he's the one who breaks up things with Destiny. And she was very vague and, oh, Destiny holds a curse to her chest. I just want you to be happy as long as you. No, I said he's not genuine. He's telling her what he knows she wants to hear, and this has been his game plan since she came in. And then in the corner, the producers, I want to know what they're playing it. Are they showing us Harrison because they know that fans really loved him with Destiny? Or are they showing us Harrison because of the way he's moving and they feel he's still interested in Destiny? I don't get it. Because while Jonah and Destiny are talking, they pan out to Harrison, and you see Destiny actually look, because Harrison is talking to Mike, and I think she's wondering, what is he saying to Mike? I hope he's not turning Mike off from me, because I really like this guy. And it's like, well, it is what it is. All the islanders start to get ready for the night, and Keenan is crazy. So Carmen is busy trying to advise him not to go hard after Imani, because this time KK will definitely leave him, and it's like, nah, she won't. I don't even know, because even KK is speaking to Imani, and Imani's like, are you and Keenan still open? And she says, yeah, Keenan is my baby. And then she goes, yeah. She's like, how is he your baby if you're still open? That means he can move on from you to somebody else. How do you feel about me talking to him? Yeah, you can talk to him. And it's like, KK, make it make sense. Wake up. Stop being used by this guy. He should never have taken you to the hideaway, because the moment he took you to the hideaway, you've become dick dizzy. You can't even think of anything else but that. And that's got you in a stranglehold that you can't see your way past Keenan. The other guys, I would rather she even end up with Bergie than with Keenan, because Keenan is really not interested in KK, because the only reason he's with KK, I think, is because she's his security blanket. He knows she'll never leave him. If somebody that's his type comes in and picks him, he's going to move on. He's going to be even worse than Harrison. He's actually behaved worse than Harrison, but it's sad that people are giving Harrison such a hard time. I know you say I'm biased, but he's actually moved mad, because he's explored. This will be his third time exploring a connection, and these girls dropping it in KK's face. Anyway, so in the morning, the islanders are sort of just getting ready. Everybody's woken up, obviously, and the girls are having a conversation. And it's the audacity again, the audacity. Emily is very delusional. She's very delusional, because she's sort of asking the girls that, how do you feel about Imani? Do you think she's going to take your guy? And KK is like, oh, she's cool. I really like her. She's beautiful. This, that, and the other. She's like, well, are you worried that she's going to take your guy? And it's like, ma'am, you don't own a guy. You stole a guy. Until that guy chooses you, you do not own a guy. You do not have the right to claim or mark your territory. While you try to mark it by being physical with him, we will see how long that lasts. We'll see how long that lasts. You have no rights to Harrison. Everybody's open to coming in and stealing him the same way you stole him. So please sit your bum somewhere. And Cassie is always is saying, Leo said he was looking forward to coming back to see her and is only interested in her. And I like Destiny because Destiny was like, "Are you sure?" Because Destiny has been down this road where Harrison was all about her, and then suddenly his head turned. So she didn't say much because she doesn't like to. She's not an open book, but you could tell she was thinking, "Girl, if I were you, I'd have ice in the back of my head because these men ain't loyal. They will turn their head so quick you'll be surprised." The guys are in the gym working out, and they're trying to sort of suss out Mike to find out who he's interested in. And Mike is continuing to be very vague, which I like because, as I've said before, the moment you let the islanders know who you're interested in, they're going to be very territorial. Just like KK was territorial with Keenan and wouldn't allow Emily to speak to him. This is what I see happening. And then Imani pulls Jonah for a chat. I really don't know what they like about Jonah, really. I think Jonah is very fake. I think Jonah's putting on an act, and I think he's always he's immature, for lack of a better word. He's very immature because during their conversation, he says, "Oh, he has the audacity to say Amani has depth to her and there's layers to her and there's depth to her that makes that have walls up." And it's like, you would have walls up, or she will have walls up if she comes in, a guy kisses her on the first date, and then the next day he tells her he wants to explore connections with other people, and then another guy comes in, makes her live this sort of romantic fairy tale like relationship, and then moves on to somebody else. Your walls will go up. Your walls will go up. You can't continue to make the same mistake. So the audacity for him to try and shade Destiny, he is punching it with Destiny. Destiny is way above him intellectually, physically, everything. She's out of his league. And so for the audacity to say, "Oh, Imani is this," Imani is out of his league. The majority of the girls on this show are out of his league. The people that he might be able to sort of kick it with are people like Cassie and Carmen. So he needs to sit his bum somewhere. He's getting on my last damn nerve. So Imani says she's open to getting to know Jonah romantically. They have a lot in common. And I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Love Island producers are using Destiny as the welcoming party. She welcomes the guys in, breaks them down, and they sort of house trains them. And then they bring in a bombshell to come and take him from her. That's not fair. Because now, if Imani takes Jonah from Destiny, then what happens to Destiny? She needs to wait for a new guy to come in and another bombshell to come and pick him up again. This is not fair. Harrison needs to get his shit in order and go back to Destiny because I don't think Emily is it for him. Anyway, I had to put that in. And also, Emily, for her to sort of make a comment to say, "Oh, that's bold of Mike to sort of go for KK," and it's like, did you not go for someone who was in the coupling? Please sit your bottom somewhere. If you have nothing to say, keep your mouth shut. She gets on my nerve, especially after how her mom was going after Destiny. But anyway, that's a story for another day. And Mike and KK. Do I think Mike likes KK? I don't think so. He doesn't come across as someone who's interested. The fact that he asks her, "What do you bring to the table?" What do you think she brings to the table? You must have researched her before you came in. You know she's a traveling nurse. You know she's beautiful, she's this, that, and the other. Why didn't you list her resume that you know of and ask her, what else do you bring to the table? Why didn't you tell her what you yourself bring to the table? Why should she be the one trying to impress you? You should be the one who's trying to impress her. I don't get it. I hope KK doesn't fall into his trap. He's just a 2.0 version of Kenan. I think she needs to wait and she'll find her person. I don't think Keenan is a person and I don't think Mike is a person either. I think she still needs to wait. I really like how supportive the guys seem to be of Destiny. Obviously, especially Keenan. She was having a conversation with Keenan. We didn't get to hear what they were discussing, but then Imani came up and asked to speak to Keenan. And that just set KK off because apparently they were in an area where the other islanders can't hear what is being said. It's very private and secluded, and that's where she normally goes with Keenan. So she was in her feelings, and it's like, I don't think you should be in your feelings about Keenan. I think you should be in your feelings about trying to explore connections with other guys in the villa. You should take a page out of Destiny's book and set boundaries with these boys, because if you don't, they're going to run through you like a train track. And so Keenan is sort of saying to Imani he's interested, he's open to getting to know her, and it's like, you're happy to know anything and everyone. If Destiny were to turn around and say she wants to get to know you romantically, you'd still be open to getting to know her. So don't make it seem like there's something special about Imani. Imani asked him, what is it about me that you like and you're my type? At the moment, it's just a physical attraction. And I think this is what most of the guys are going after. And when it becomes more in depth, that's when they start running, when they realize that there's more substance to this person and they want more than just a physical connection. That's when they start doing the Harrison run. And then KK is sort of sitting with Carmen and Emily and Harrison and Kenzo. And she's talking about the fact that, I don't know whether it's going to pull him because he's sitting in our spot. Why is he sitting in our spot? And it's like, oh, don't make it that obvious. And for the girls to say, oh, don't show him that you're in pain. Just, pretend that it's not affecting you. And it's like, so Destiny is teaching you girls, not only is she training you guys, she's teaching you how to behave around men and not pay them any attention when they start moving funny. That's nice. Everybody then, when Keenan comes to pull KK for a chat, all the other couples start laughing and sort of pointing and saying, oh, KK is mad, she's furious. That's like, if you were really her friends, you'd be encouraging her to move on from Keenan. You'd be encouraging her to try and explore connections with somebody else because Keenan is not it. So Mike asks Destiny for a chat and she seemed excited. Do I think she's really excited? She could be, but it's a bit too extra, so I don't know whether she's exaggerating it just because she doesn't like the coupling that she's in. I don't think she can stand Jonah, so I think she's looking for a way to move away from Jonah because she's seen that he's all BS and she can't put up with that any longer. So she does take him up to the soul ties where KK is just thrown a fit about. And the guys are sitting down and they're watching them go upstairs. And then she asks him for a hug. Destiny knows what she's doing because even when she goes in for a hug, she knows what she's doing. That's not Destiny. The only person she was that relaxed with was Harrison. So I think she will do anything and everything to make sure that she gets away from Jonah because I don't think Jonah is it for her. I've said this countless times. She says she likes Mike. I think without meaning to do so, Destiny has put Mike off and I don't think she caught it because I saw this facial expression on him that I saw in Harrison when he was talking about Jasmine having sort of slept with her ex-boyfriend's brother and cousin or something like that. And he said she was a red flag. And I think Destiny did the same thing when she was talking about how she likes the fact that Mike is not intimidated by her because she can be intimidating. And so I think that in itself raised an alarm flag. Could that be enough to turn him off? There's a possibility, but I think that in itself changed his facial expression in the sense that he was like, oh, what is it that they find intimidating about you? And it's just that she's someone who knows how to set boundaries, someone who's intelligent, someone who's articulate, someone who's a good communicator, and someone who's not going to let people walk all over her. This is why guys are threatened by her, and I get that. And then I really don't like it, the way the producers are trying to make Destiny the villain, in the sense that they didn't expect her to be picked by Harrison. Then she was picked by Harrison. He was very caring towards her, and then they brought in a bombshell for Harrison, and she didn't cry or break down the way they expected her to behave. And now they've started again with Imani, in the sense that Destiny was having a conversation with Jonah. We all know Destiny's not feeling Jonah romantically. She's good friends with him, but that's just as far as it goes. And so when Imani comes over and says she wants to pull Jonah for a chat, she says, I'm in the middle of a conversation. When it's finished, he'll come across. And I don't like how it was made more of a big deal than when KK cried her eyes out and was screaming and yelling when Emily wanted to pull Keenan for a chat. And for Emily to say to Destiny, I didn't like the fact that you shooed her away. That's none of your business. You had no comments when KK did that to you, and suddenly, because it's Destiny, you are offended by it or you feel some type of way. I did not like that. And Imani needs to understand that Destiny is entitled to feel the way she does because every single bombshell that's come in has gone after a guy that she's in a coupling with. This is the third time. What do they want her to do? Do they want her to couple up with Bergie so that Bergie can finally be in a couple because someone is going to come and steal Bergie from her? The producers are trying to get rid of Destiny because she's not willing to play ball. She's not willing to be messy. She's not willing to make out with guys and be inappropriate or say inappropriate stuff. And so they're looking for ways to frustrate her. so that they can, because they failed to kick her out of the villa, because every single time someone is going to pick her. And I don't like that at all. I really don't like it. And for Imani to say, oh, are you open to getting to know me? I want to know if you are. If you're not, let me know. This is the reason why Imani is going to couple up with Jonah. I have a feeling she's going to couple up with Jonah. And I don't know what's going to happen to Destiny, whether Mike is going to pick Destiny or whether Destiny is going to end up settled with Bergie. I really don't know. And I really don't like it for Destiny. I like the fact that she knows her worth and she's able to set boundaries with these fools. And I don't know. I don't know. I get so frustrated. So Leo pulls everyone to the fire pit. They're going to play a game. I think this was producer driven. This game was very messy. I didn't like it. And I think you can see the fractures in the villa. I don't know whether anybody else is seeing it. Because it seems that people are sort of targeting Destiny without coming out and saying it. Because the fact that when Jonah picked up a card and it was his turn to kiss, and it was who doesn't do dishes in the villa, Emily had the audacity to shout out, Imani hasn't done a dish at all. And it's like, are you doing that for the sake of it? You know that there's been sort of this funny rift between Imani and Destiny. You spoke to Destiny about it when Destiny was saying that she wants to finish a conversation with Jonah before he goes to Imani, and you encourage Jonah to go and kiss Imani. Make it make sense. What are you trying to do? It's bad enough you came in, you stole her guy. Now you want Imani to steal her next guy. Is it just you don't like the thought of Destiny? Are you trying to get Destiny out of the villa? Because this is the same thing that happened with Hannah when she was with Marco and they had that snake challenge. And she went, oh, I felt some type of way because Destiny and I have dated the same guy. And it's like, why do people have a problem with Destiny? She is someone with boundaries. She's someone who's going to always speak her mind. And if that's not good enough for you, that's your own business. You don't need to take it out on Destiny. Do I think Jonah and Imani will make a good couple? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. And I don't care really, because I think Imani, yes, she's a bombshell, but the way she's moved is just as shady as the way Emily moved. So I'm not into that. I think some of the other kisses were a bit suspect in the sense that for Mike to go and kiss KK, I think he did so because I don't think Destiny participated in the challenge. I didn't see her pick up a card at once, and I would agree that she must have said she doesn't want to do it because obviously she doesn't like kissing every single person. I think the only people that she's kissed in the villa have been Marco and Harrison. She kissed Marco because it was the first day, and then I think she kissed Victor as well in a challenge, but she's mainly kissed Harrison, and that's where she stayed. Because I remember Jonah moaned that all she allowed him to kiss was a chick. So I am sure she refused to play the game, and because of that people decided to take advantage of it, and I don't think she was going to ever kiss anyone. I don't think she was going to do that. So that's why I'm not surprised that Mike decided to go with KK, and Keenan was feeling some type of way. I think the whole game was just shady. I think the whole game was shady. And it was interesting how Emily went all in when she had to kiss Keenan, and it's like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. So you're just with Harrison, the shine is worn off, you're ready to move on. If you're ready to move on, leave him alone, let him explore other connections. You explore other connections, then that's it. Don't continue to waste our time. And also the fact that Hannah went and kissed Mike, that was interesting. That was out of left field. I don't know why they decided to show us that kiss if they would not show us their talks. That didn't make sense. It was an interesting episode. I can't wait for the next couple of episodes. We'll see how that goes, but I don't know. We'll see. Thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye everyone.